There have been many famous armies and mercenaries around the world among the centuries, such as the Spartans, the Vikings, the Mongols, but none are as iconic as the Japanese ninja. Today, ninja in popular culture are people in Japan who dress in all black clothing as well as a hood and a mask to cover their face. They would attack and kill, cloaked within the dead of night, equipped with their ninja swords, shurikens, and smoke bombs. Some iterations of ninja can even summon powerful creatures or manipulate the elements with the use of hand gestures. But what are ninja? Who are ninja, and where are ninja? Today, this speech is going to go over what ninja were truly like and if they really hold up to what we believe they truly were. While most of the information we have on ninja is from way after they were utilized, we do know that ninja actually are deeply rooted in their siblings' origins, the samurai. The samurai are high military nobility in pre-modern Japan. They would be utilized by emperors of each region to conquer land, take down castles, and dethrone opposing rivalries. The samurai lords could not always prevail in open warfare, but they were constrained by bushido, which means their honor, essentially. So they would often hire ninja to do their dirty work. These ninja would usually be villagers and farmers who learned to fight in order to survive. So, as a result, the most famous ninja strongholds were the Iga and Koga provinces, mostly known for their rural farmlands and quiet villages. So when we think of ninja tools, we usually think of ninja swords or ninja stars, but they were actually just farming tools, such as a nunchaku, which is just a cut down rice flail, a small hand scythe, which was used for harvesting small plants, or a sai, a small handheld trident used for moving straw, usually cut from a pitchfork. And when looking at ninja stars, or shuriken as they call them, they were used, but they weren't particularly meant to kill or to be lethal, mainly just because they didn't have the power to do so. So they were meant to distract, injure, or annoy. But if they did have to kill with them, they would usually coat it with various things to make the wound worse, such as poop, which is, funnily enough, the choice of coating back then because it made infection likely. What did ninjas actually do? Well, their duties were mainly spying and scouting by putting themselves in enemy clans, and they would collect information or spread false information, creating chaos. They would sabotage structures or battle plans, as well as discover the size of enemy forces or economic power. They would then send all this information back to their upper commanders or lords. There were different classes of ninja, such as genin, which was the lowest ranking class and were often responsible for doing the dirty work. Chunin were the right-hand men of the jonin and were there to help them, and jonin were the highest tier and rarely went on missions themselves and were responsible for assigning missions to lower-ranking ninjas. And while we think of ninjas as trained assassins within the shadows, there hasn't ever really been any evidence that a ninja killed anyone, either because they were just that good at it or they kept playing the spy role, though if they were in a good position to kill someone, they were advised to do so. And while ninjas were the masters of disguise, they actually rarely used an all-black getup to conceal themselves. This is mainly a myth. Instead, they were dressed as Zen monks or mountain priests, which wore large straw hats that would conceal their faces to observe others while being noticed. They would become merchants or street performers to mix in with the people to hide in plain sight. Or usually they were just dressed as regular people like you or me, and usually these ninja were people who just didn't live very far from their own area. And there would be female ninjas, or kunoichi, that infiltrated enemy castles in the guise of dancers, concubines, or servants, typically. The ninja came into their own during the disorderly era between 1336 and 1600. In an atmosphere of constant ninja war, skills were essential for all sides, and they played a key role in the Nambaku Wars from 1336 to 1392, the Onin Wars, which were in the 1460s, and the Sengoku Jidai, or Warring Status period, where they aided samurai in their internal power struggles. The Edo period, under the Tokugawa shogunate, from 1603 to 1868, brought stability and peace to Japan, bringing the ninja story to a close. Now, ninja skills and legends survived, though they were embellished to enliven the movies, games, and comic books of today in an unreal fashion. But that's the nature of media. And thank you for listening. ありがとうございます。